Hey, hello, my dear YouTube friends. How are you doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this video. This will be a Wip Chat, and I haven't done one of those in a few weeks due to, oh my God, all sort of things. So yeah, welcome if you're back. Hi, my friends. I'm so happy to see you. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Mia. I live in Denmark with my husband David and our 4 cats. We're going to talk about one of those in length in this video. So if you are watching this video and you aren't already subscribed, please consider doing so. You can just push the subscribe button down there somewhere. And if you ding the bell, you can choose all and you will be notified whenever I put up a new video. Yeah, so this is a Wip Chat. Oh, by the way, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel with the algorithms and all that sort of things. So yeah, this is a Wip Chat. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And chat means I'm going to chat your ears off for a while. So buckle up, strap in, we're going to talk. So first off, my Wip Chat is a licensed diamond painting from Diamond Art Club. And it is, hang on, The Boy Who Lived. I am getting, I haven't been diamond painting for 2 weeks, okay? So I'm somewhere around here. Yeah, and it is a square drill diamond painting because that's all I'm doing. And this is a 56 by 79 centimeter. So, yeah, I'm getting closer and closer to being done, but yeah, it means I have to diamond paint a little. And I haven't had the energy or the time, nothing. So this is what we're working on. What we are using today is this beautiful, beautiful pen. It is from North Alchemist. And look at it. It's kind of honeycomb, but big honeycomb. I love it. And up here we have a multi-placer that doesn't have anything in it because checkerboarding. This is from AliExpress. Here you have a single placer from Cat Eared, and it has glue dots in it. I just put it in, so we will have to see if it's too sticky or not. I have my trusted Bellatini cold tray. And all my drills are in these Elizabeth Ward containers. I love them. And, oh, I do also have my ombre Diamond Art Club tweezers. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to need it, but I have it. And I have my coffee. It's a latte macchiato because it's cold, okay? I want my summer back. So yeah. Let's pick a color. Let's start with the ABs. AB is an Aurora Borealis. It has this glittery coating on it that is named after the northern stars. And can you see that? These ABs from Diamond Art Club are so beautiful. But am I the only one? I don't know if this is a little older kit because I can't remember when it was released. But my ABs is a mix of 9 and 13 facets. I don't know, is that changed in the newer ones? I don't know. Let me know. I just noticed that I have some of these that I haven't filled in over here. Anyway, we're gonna put in some ABs. So, again, how are you guys doing? Please let me know down in the comment field while I'm doing my thing. How am I doing? Well, I'm doing better. I'm still exhausted, tired, worried, terrified. All the feelings are still there from the past week. because last Monday, David and I noticed that whenever Spock went to the potty, he was just pushing and pushing and nothing happened. So we were like, this doesn't look right. So I called our vet, and he wasn't too happy about it either. So he was like, we need you in tomorrow so that we can take a look at this and figure out what's going on, because this isn't good. So Tuesday, I brought him over 8 o'clock in the morning, and I drove home. I was supposed to have been going to the pain clinic, but that was canceled, so now I'm going on the 21st instead. So anyway, this was also Halloween, okay? This was Halloween. So I go home, I take a nap because I've been up way too early for my liking. So I took a nap, and then the vet called and said they were done. I'm not really sure what they were doing. They were doing some tests on him. So David and I drove over there. What we didn't know was that it would take almost 2 hours over there, because when we got there, we kind of told him, what and how he had been, pushing and pushing. So the vet was like, oh, maybe his urinary tract is... Oh, I need to go check this, to see if everything is okay. So it turned out that his urinary tract was totally closed off. And the vet tried to put in a catheter and, to flush the bladder and everything. And he had the biggest problem getting that catheter in, because it was just blocked. So he was like, he needs surgery, but my calendar tomorrow is, stuffed. So we're gonna send you over to this animal hospital in the city that we live in, and you're gonna bring him in first thing in the morning. Well, of course, you had to call them first to confirm that they had the time to do it. And they had. So I drove him out there early again in the morning. Talked to a vet, not the vet that was going to operate on him, but talked to this sweet vet with an amazing name. Her name was just so beautiful. And I guess you can guess what her name was. Yes, her name was Mia as well. So we were like, oh, you have such a beautiful name, Oh dear, you have to, even in a situation like that, you need to be able to, relieve a little stress. And I was so stressed. So I needed, a little stress relief. So they got all the information they needed, and I drove home. I can't remember what I did, but I did something. I'm pretty sure of it. And then I'm pretty sure I took a nap again, because I'm not good at getting up early in the morning. So then the surgeon who operated on him called when he was done, and I'm like, yeah, I have never seen anything like this. I haven't never heard of anything like this before. So I'm gonna tell you more when you get out here to pick him up. When will you, when do you have the time? Like, I'm driving in 5 minutes. It'll take me about 15 minutes or so. 10, 15 minutes. So, yeah, I drove to the animal hospital, and he told me when he had opened up Spock, he had found this little gravel-like crystals that was embedded in the walls of his bladder. And he was mystified. He had no idea what he was looking at, feeling at. So he was like, okay, I had to put my finger in and gently rub all that gravel or that crystal, whatever, out of his bladder walls, because that's not supposed to be there. So he did that, and he flushed and flushed and flushed, and he told me that it was even down his urinary tract, but he couldn't get all of it. So he had again, flushed it and kept going until he could get the biggest catheter through that he had, in a way of getting as much as possible, making Spock's urinary tract as clean as possible. I think he told me that he flushed like 20 or 30 times when the catheter was in. He took samples, of course he did, and those are shipped to America, to the US. So yeah, we're now waiting for them. I guess they have arrived by now. So it's Wednesday today. Usually I'm trying to do these on a Tuesday, but I was pooped yesterday. So yeah, it's a week ago today that he had his surgery. So I guess the samples have arrived over there, so now we're just waiting on some answers. It could take up to 2 weeks. So I'm guessing in a week we'll know, if they know what it is. Because nobody over here seems to know what we're working with. So he is now on some specialty food that he isn't very impressed of. So yeah, but he has to. We're basically like, this is a fight of who's most stubborn, and he's hungry. So eventually he will eat, but he's not eating a whole lot. Over the weekend we had to force feed him because he was from Friday, well, really, from Friday, he was refusing to eat. We couldn't get him to eat anything. He was refusing. So Friday we went back out there. We were out there Thursday to get the catheter removed, and the cone of shame could be removed as well. So I'm thinking he was very happy about that. Yeah. So he removed to eat, so we went back out there. This was the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, this was the fourth day in a row. The fourth day in a row that Spock had to be stuffed into his carrier and taken to a vet. And he is not impressed. So he gave him some anti-nausea medicine and some hunger stimulants, to see if it was because that he had nausea or something like that. That didn't help at all. And he had told us, if he doesn't start eating, you have to force feed him. And that's what we had to do. The entire weekend we force fed him, Monday as well, And he isn't a fan of force feeding as well, but if he won't eat, he does need some nutrients. So we had gotten some wet food for bladder issues. The dry food is also for bladder issues. So we were basically blending the wet food and putting it in a syringe and stuffing it into his mouth, making him eat that. If you've ever tried force feeding an animal, you probably know how hard that is. There isn't any fun in watching your cat struggle to not eat what you're giving it. So yeah, I don't want to do that again. It was horrible. But it had to be done. And then yesterday I decided it was about time that we tried to just, leave out the force feeding, leave out, letting him try to eat on his own. Because, well, eventually he has to. He has to eat on his own. We can't keep force feeding him for the rest of his life. Well, we could, but then that would be a very, very short life. So the past 2 days, including today, we have let him, go to eat on his own. He isn't, really actively. No, the thing is, he doesn't really want to eat it. So he's walking around screaming his little head at us to tell us that he's hungry. And whenever he does that, we take him to his food bowl, to his shore feed that only he can open, which is an amazing thing when you have a cat that needs specialty food. So we take him to it and we cuddle him and, stroke him, and eventually when he's hungry enough, he will eat some of it. But it is really, a battle of will, if you can say it. And yeah, he will get hungry enough eventually, because this is food that he has to have for the rest of his life, possibly. So yeah, he has to start eating it. But he isn't eating a whole lot, which, he does have some extra fat on him, so it'll be okay. But I do hope that he surrenders soon enough. Also because it's tough to listen to him whine about being so hungry. But yeah, that's the battle of it won't let go. So if you have a glue dot that won't let go of your drill, just dirty it up a little. I usually poke my hands and fingers a little, and sometimes you need to do it several times. See, it let go again. So, yeah. But he is basically back being him. He is purring again. He is actively, going to us. He wasn't doing that over the weekend. He was just laying there, or he was hiding, which is, if you have animals, you know that when animals hide, especially cats, that isn't a good thing. That's basically a sign that they are feeling horrible. And he was feeling so bad, especially because he didn't eat. So, yeah. We were happy when he came out and wanted to cuddle. Even though he was still just no energy at all, he was out. He was not hiding. And he isn't hiding really anymore. I haven't seen him hide since at least since yesterday, but maybe even Sunday. And he is purring, which is amazing to listen, because practically no purring had been happening since, well, basically since his operation. And I was not happy about that either. But that is what happens, you know. It was a big operation, big surgery. I mean, he have a sweet little sibber in his tummy. Dad, David was like, "Oh, look at you now! You have a sibber just like mommy." Because I had a surgery back in 2016 in my neck, and after the surgery, all the stitching, I was like, "Oh, look! I have a sibber in my neck." I don't know what it looks like now because I can't see my neck. But yeah, we called it that I had a sibber, and now little Spock has a sibber on his tummy. So yeah, but he's really doing well. Thinking of the operation, the wound looks good. There isn't any swelling or redness. But yeah. I can't wait to hear back from the US what they've found or not found. If they can figure out what it is that Spock had going in his bladder. I really hope, to get some answers, just so we know what it is. And if it can be prevented, or... Because if this is something that he would need surgery for, every now and then we have to consider if this is worth it for him and for us as well. I mean, he can't do this every I don't know what, and also it's expensive. I mean, if it hadn't been for the insurance we have on him, it would have been even more expensive. The surgery alone is around, what was it? Around $2,000 just for the surgery. And then we have spent, what have we spent? $1,500 on, other vet bills. We're trying to see if, sorry, I just bumped you, to see if the insurance will cover some of those bills as well. I hope they will, but if not, that's the deal when you have animals. If you have pet in your home, you need to take care of them. But we also, need to look at what is good for him. Because, I mean, he is a stressed little boy. He absolutely hates, well, he doesn't hate, he's terrified of other people. He is hiding whenever anyone is entering our house, except for David and I, and Rosa. Because, she's been coming here since he was a baby. So they've been growing up together. But everyone else, he's running away from. He's hiding behind the couch until they're gone again. So, yeah. So having to take him to the vet, like, I don't know, so many times in just a few days was very, very stressful for him. which, you know, I understand. That one didn't end where it's supposed to. Come on. Thank you. And on top of all of this, Spock and I spent basically every night and a lot of daytime time as well in our bathroom. Because, you know, Monday night he didn't have any control over his bladder. He couldn't pee, really. But he was dripping, you know, whenever he was moving around, he was dripping all over the place. So we decided, you know, to put him in the bathroom so it was easier to clean. And I stayed out there with him because he doesn't like being locked in. I spent, you know, most of the night out there. Then Tuesday, when he had been at our own vet, he came home with a catheter. And the catheter basically just ran. You can't close it. It was just dripping and dripping and dripping. So again, we spent the night in the bathroom with me cleaning all the time and me trying to put, you know, something under him whenever he was laying down so that he wouldn't get more covered in urine that he already was. So yeah, so we were kind of hoping, you know, okay, after the surgery he will come home without a catheter. Well, boo-hoo me, because he did come home with a catheter due to all these gravel in his bladder, and they needed to make sure that it didn't clog up again. So we got to spend another night in the bathroom. So that was Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday. And I was hurting everywhere. I don't know if you can imagine, but a bathroom floor isn't very soft at all. It is kind of hot. We have a tile flooring out there. It has heating, you know, both for me and Flox. That doesn't stop being so sticky. So we were nice and toasty out there, which is also important because after surgery and stuff like that, cats can't regulate the temperature. So him being out there with the warm floor was really, really good. But me being out there basically 3 days wasn't very good for me. So I was happy when he was out there Thursday around 10 a.m. He got the catheter removed and the shame of cone because he wasn't impressed by that one either. So yeah. But I feel like I have bruises all over my body. Hopefully that'll be gone soon because ouch. And now we're basically just waiting for him to be hungry enough that he'll eat without any fuss. And after using half an hour talking to you about Spock, I need to yawn. Oh, sorry about that. If you're new, I get some medication and a side effect of those is that I'm yawning a lot. So I'm sorry. I need some coffee. And then I am going to put in, because finally people, we're late. I'm so late at this. But I celebrating reaching 350 subscribers. And I finally drew the winner for that $25 gift card to Diamond Art Club. So I'm going to put that in here. Hi friends, so I finally got to the picking of the winner of my $25 Diamond Art Club gift card for reaching 350 subscribers. I am now at a little over 360, but you know, who's counting? I'm not. So I put in the link and it had 9 comments. So let's see who will be the winner. Drum roll. And pick. Oh, Dawn, you won. I was kind of expecting it to roll a little, but Dawn, you won. So please contact me on my email. It is Mia's Life with KFS. I will put in the link in my description of this video. So yeah, congratulations, Dawn. Please contact me, and I will get that gift card out to you. Okay, congratulations. So congratulations, Dawn, you won. Please contact me on the email address that I will be putting in my description. Yeah, I hope you get something good out of it. I mean, it's Black Friday soon, who knows? And with the speed that you're diamond painting, I mean, you're gonna need some more, sweetie. So yeah, that was that. Finally, I've been feeling so bad that I didn't draw that winner. But now I have, and who knows? I will be doing giveaways again later on. I don't know when, but who knows? All of a sudden I might be, oh, let's do this. But yeah, it's kind of fun because I love reading the comments. I don't think that I read the comment out aloud. I didn't read it out aloud. But if you want to hear what Dawn commented, it says, "Hi Mia, I'm so glad you had a great time at your retreat. I hope I get to go to a diamond painting retreat someday soon. I hope Rosa is feeling better real soon. It's a shame when the little ones are sick and you can't do much to make them feel better. Thank you, my friend, for this week's Wip Chat. I always enjoy them. Dawn." And yeah, the word you needed to put in the comments was retreat, because that's the week where I was talking about me being at a knitting retreat that weekend. So yeah, but it's fun doing these giveaways. I might try to find something to give away another time. So I haven't really had anything really happening besides taking care of a sick cat, but I can tell you, oh yeah, Monday I had Rosa, as well, most Mondays. She hadn't been in kindergarten, so I picked her up at home with my brother, and her mom was there as well. I don't know, she was visiting something. So, and I was kind of expecting, when I saw her, it's like, oh my God, this is going to be hard to get, Rosa to come with me, because when she doesn't see her mom that often, it can be a struggle sometimes, but it wasn't. So we drove out here, and she have learned. Have you seen that trick where kids put on their own overcoats? Where, you lay the coat down on the floor so they can put in their arms and then take the coat on, the jacket. Rosa have learned that one. So she did that, and I was praising her, and oh my God, you're so good, you're so clever, and this is what we have to show this to Uncle when we come home. And she was like, yes, when we come home to you, Auntie, I need to show this to Uncle. So we drove out here, and she was just talking about she had been to the dentist. That is why she wasn't in her kindergarten that day. She had been to the dentist, and she was praised because she had 0 cavities, and the dentist said that she had beautiful teeth. And she was like, showing me how beautiful her teeth was. And I was like, you have such white teeth, and I'm proud of you for not having any cavities. And what else were we were just chatting. I mean, she has the age now that I love kids at this age. They are hilarious. They are so funny. And it is really the darnest things that come out of her mouth. So yeah, I love that age. What color? I think I'm gonna do the S. So we're basically, laughing at her a lot. So we came home here, and she was more or less running to find her uncle, who was in the kitchen. He was getting ready for work. So she ran to him, and we had already taken her coat off. So she was running to him with it, and I was putting the jacket, the coat down on the floor, so that and she was like, "Uncle, uncle, uncle, see what I can do." And of course, David praised her like the little princess she is, and she was so proud. Yeah. I mean, out here, she's getting praised for whatever she's doing. Just because, kids need it. They need to be praised. They need to know that they're good kids. And out here, she's our little ray of sunshine. So yeah, then she was playing with the cats, and she was so gentle with Spock. She was like, Mommy told me that Spock is sick. And like, yes, Spock is sick. So he's basically just laying on the couch. So we need to be really gentle. Yes, Mommy said that. It's like, good. Mommy is so clever to tell you about that. Yes, my mommy is very clever. Yeah, she is. So, she was almost tiptoeing to the couch to look at him, and very, very gently stroking him and telling me, Spock isn't feeling well, Auntie. He's like, no, he isn't feeling well. He had a big operation. Yes, Mommy told me. Like, good. So we just need to be very gentle. And she was very gentle. And then she was... What was it that she was doing? Oh, yeah, she picked, like, half of the cat's toys and put it in the TV room where we are usually in when she's here, because the TV is there and a lot of her toys are in there. Well, most of her toys are in there. She has a little table. What happened to that drill? It just went flying somewhere. I lost the drill. What happened? Oh, that's where it went. So she picked up all the cat toys, took them in the TV room, and played mostly with Spock. And they were having a party, the two of them. So then it was about time for us to leave for gymnastics. And I was like, you don't need to clear this up. The cats are enjoying it, so it's okay. And let me tell you, those kitty catties are still playing. I mean, whenever I go out there, I see at least one cat playing with all those toys. And I'm like, you know what? That is amazing. Because it can be days sometimes with them not playing with all their toys. So maybe it's just because it's all in the TV room. But they're playing, and even Max, our big boy, is having a blast. We have these catnip bananas and carrots, and those banana and carrots are really getting roughed by him. It's amazing to look at. He's totally forgetting that he is supposed to be a 6-year-old cat with a lot of dignity, and he's, supposed to show the rest of them what it's like being the top cat. And he's basically like, yeah, well, I'm just a baby, and he is a baby. He will always be a baby. But yeah. So they're having a blast, and even though Spock isn't really back to being playful, he is absolutely looking, and he's kind of running whenever he can see the other cats are playing. So he's running to see, what are you doing? And then he's looking at it, which is progress. So progress is good. I hope that he will be better, because he needs to be able to eat on his own this weekend, because we're not going to be home. We're going in that vacation house with David's family. So we're not going to be home from Saturday morning until Sunday late evening. I mean, the most important thing is that he's drinking, so that he's peeing, which hasn't been an issue so far. He is peeing. A lot of little pees in the litter box, and he's using the same small litter box that we used for him when he was a baby, and he's enjoying using that one. But yeah, so hopefully he will feel better very soon. Hang on, our water supplier just wrote me. Oh yeah, so we had a breakage in our water line Monday, which is the second time within a few weeks, and it haven't happened for 20 years or something. So we had that happen again for the second time. So a lot of people didn't have any water, or it was water with a very, very low pressure, which we had. So that was one of the main water lines that broke again. So now they're working on it, and everybody here is being told to use minimal water so that everybody will have water. And people are like, why does this happen? And can't they just fix it? And blah, blah, blah. And this just happened. And I'm like, it isn't like they're planning on it. This is just really bad luck that it happens twice in a few weeks, because they're working in that area due to that last breaking of the water line. But it will be done. Hopefully, they're saying that it will hopefully be done Thursday. So yeah, then people can use all the water they want again. I'm like, you know what? I know that some people use more water than others, but we're not some of those. I mean, we don't shower every day just because that isn't healthy at all, both for your skin or for your hair. I know some people do it, but it isn't healthy. I mean, if you're working out every day, yeah, sure. But if you're just a regular person going to work or something and don't do, work out where you get sweaty and stuff, you don't need to shower every day. You don't. And the thing is, people will say, well, my hair is getting greasy. And yes, your hair is getting greasy because you are washing out all the oils by washing it every day. If you do need, to take a very short shower every day, you can do that. But even then, make it short because, again, your skin is losing important oils when you do that every day. So, yeah. But, yeah, I know people shower a lot. So, yes, I think a lot of people is looking forward to getting their water back on normal. I mean, we did have that low water pressure on Monday, but since then, it's been more or less normal. I know some people have had bigger issues than we have, but yeah, I feel for them because just the day that we had a low water pressure, I was like, can I please, I mean, you can't take a shower with a low, what you can. And David was like, I can't go bike riding because if there's no water pressure, I can't really, get probably washed, showered afterwards. So he waited until Tuesday? Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday he rode his bike. Hang on. Is this a less sticky canvas right there? Because it isn't really sticky. The glue dot isn't really that sticky. But yeah. I think people look forward to having their usual water pressure and I don't know what. And people have been like, well, why do we need to use less water? Because that isn't our problem. Like, if you want to keep having water in your taps, you need to do it. Because if you just use and use and use, the water supply will run out. I think. I don't understand why it will run out, but it would. That's what they were telling us. To make sure that everyone had water. Yeah. We have... Oh, yeah, and they were also telling people to not, stock up on our tap water. People put them in jugs. Some people even fill up their tubs if they have that. And they were like, please don't do that. Because that would only add to the chance of running out of water. And David and I were like, who would fill up a tub with water? I mean, a tub can be dirty. I mean, if you doesn't deep clean it every time you use it, and seriously, people, who does that? I don't think a lot of people over here does that anyway. Anyway, so, yeah. I guess people have been good because everybody still has water. I haven't heard of anyone running out. And then hopefully tomorrow it'll be over. People can take their 30-minute showers again. Oh yeah, but we're going to that vacation house this weekend. And can I just tell you, my little head is spinning because of everything. I'm like, have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? Who's bringing this? Who's bringing that? What are we doing for this? And David is like, that isn't your issue. You shouldn't be thinking about that. Well, that is easy for you to say because I already did. And now I'm stressed because who is bringing the prunes for the ducks that we're cooking Saturday evening? Does anyone have the one that you cut the bird open with? It's a scissor, but for birds. Bird scissor. I don't know what you call those. Have you thought about apples for the bird? Have you thought about toilet paper or kitchen paper? All those things that you need that you don't think about because you just have them at home. And David is like, you don't have to think about that. I'm like, try and stop my brain. I'm telling you, stop my brain if you can. Well, there's no need losing sleep over it. And again, well, that is too late as well. Because I was laying like, I don't know, at least an hour yesterday thinking about all these things that I'm like, did anybody think about this? Have you thought about who is bringing this and what are we going to do about that and blah, 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 blah. And I get where David is coming from because it shouldn't be me that is thinking about all that. But my brain doesn't get that. It didn't get that memo. And David is like, well, you're only stressing yourself. Well, tell me something I don't know. But it already happened. Oh my God. It's the life of me. I can't help it. I just can't. Oh yeah, see, we have them up here as well. But it's gonna be fine, even though he who must not be named will be there with his unruly dogs. The house is so big that I can basically run away from him. I don't have to talk to him. And my sister-in-law is bringing her new boyfriend. So, can't wait to meet him. Hopefully he's nice. Well, of course he is. If not, he's not good enough for my sister-in-law. But I don't think she would ever choose someone who wouldn't be nice. I mean, she's how old? 54. She's 10 years older than me and David. So, yeah. Do we have any more of those equal signs? Do you see any? Because I don't. For some reason, I always end up like, oh, look, there was one right there. I heard you. And, yeah. I have been debating whether or not if I should bring my knitting. I am going to bring my knitting for the vacation house, but I've been debating whether or not I should bring my diamond painting. And I'm not sure because maybe it would just be easier to just bring my knitting. I mean, knitting is quite a lot easier to bring because that's just a little bag. And if I was bringing this, I would, need to roll up the canvas, pack all the drills. I need a pen, I need a tray. And let me just tell you, our car will be stuffed as it is. We're going to bring so much stuff. I need to bake a cake. I need to make hazelnut, what are you calling those? Balls? You know, we make these, what are those called in English? Hang on. We're gonna ask Google. Google is my friend whenever I'm having issues with translating stuff into English or German, by the way. We just had one of those today, where we needed to figure out what is this called in German, because David was like, I don't know, how did we end up? Oh yeah, he was trying to say it in German. Don't know why, but he was. Meatballs. Well, not really meatballs. You put them on a skillet, you know, on the stove, and then you fry them in butter. So it's basically fried meatballs. But I make those vegetarian, so they're made with hazelnuts. They taste amazing. I was tasting them for the first time when I started dating David 20 years ago, and I loved them. So I've been making them, well, not ever since, because we didn't live together for the first year. We've been living together 19 years by now, and our housewarming gift from my parents-in-law was a food processor. So a food processor is the easiest way to make these hazelnut meatballs. So yeah, I've been making them ever since. The funny thing is, and me and my mother-in-law were talking about it quite a lot when she was still here, how even though the recipe is more or less the same, I mean, we do put in some different spices and yeah, stuff like that. You know, the little things that you will do differently because you're not the same person. But we've been talking about how different hers were to mine, because, and we were talking about it, you know, how come that they were so different. And we figured out the biggest difference was that I was blending the meat longer than she was. So mine was a bit smoother than hers. But yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't matter, does it? You're chewing it up anyway. So that one there is bugging me. There you go. But I love them, and most of the family loves them. And David's sister is back being plant-based. So we need to bring something, you know, well, we don't need, but I wanted to bring those because, well, one, we like them as well, and everybody else who's going to be there loves them. And then she has, you know, something easy to eat, and she doesn't need to bring everything else. I'm also bringing some nut luncheon. I don't know if you know what that is, but that is also a vegan product that was introduced to me by my in-laws 20 years ago. They also introduced me to tofu, and I eat it whenever I was there. But I have to tell you, tofu isn't a personal favorite, and it never will be. I will eat it if it's served for me, but it isn't something that is going to be cooked here. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it here because I need some room for that little video of me finding Dawn as a winner. But I hope, sorry, need to yawn. Oh, I hope you will have an amazing, fantastic week, And remember, there won't be any live on Sundays because I'm not home. But I hope to see you next week in my Wip Chat, and I will be making a unboxing of some sorts on Friday. I might pre-record my reading of a fairy tale, but yeah, let's keep it open because this week is busy. It has been busy, so let's take it as is, okay? So, until next time, take care. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for my video. And don't forget, I love you all. Bye. See you next time. Bye.